Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Freeman Motorsports for NASCAR Cup Series qualifying at that Clash at the Colosseum, guys. Welcome back to the first event of the NASCAR season as the field is about to be set for the heat races tomorrow. This is the qualifying for the qualifying, if you will. And it is going to be single car qualifying. Each car will get a warm-up lap and then 2 laps, which the best lap time will count towards their fast time. So we're going to see the first car on track will be BJ McLeod shortly. And yeah, that's about as simple as it is. Thanks to everybody tuning in for practice earlier today. We're back with qualifying. Tomorrow we're going to have the heat races and the last chance qualifiers and the main event. We're bringing you the weekend sweep for the Clash of the Coliseum this year. Thanks to everybody tuning in. It's crazy to think this was one of our first streams of NASCAR last year. We did a little bit in the fall of 2021. And this time last year, we were at about 1,400 subscribers. And a year later, we have well over doubled that. So I appreciate it if you choose to drop a like and subscribe. If you haven't already, you guys know the drill. Put in the chat who you think is going to be on pole tonight. Some fast guys in practice would have been the Toyotas Truex and Bubba Wallace, as well as the Ford of Chase Briscoe, but he got into the wall towards the end of his practice run. We all know what happened between him and A.J. Allmendinger. A.J. Allmendinger is also another fast car. Some underdogs to keep an eye on. Both Front Row Motorsports cars show pace. They're both inside the top 12 in practice, as well as Justin Haley. Some guys that struggled. Brad Keselowski, once again, he missed the show last year. He finished 33rd in practice, was nowhere near the pace of the leaders. He definitely is hoping that he has a decent qualifying run here tonight to set him up with a decent track position for his heat race tomorrow. Other guys struggling, Kyle Larson, as well as both Legacy Motor Club vehicles of Gregson and Eric Jones. And then beyond that, the rookies. Ty Gibbs showed a lot of pace, was at the top of the leaderboard in practice at one point, but then a very similar incident occurred to him, like to what happened with Kevin Harvick at Darlington last year. Fire burst out inside the cockpit of that 54 machine, and he is not going to go to a backup car because, honestly, it's probably not worth possibly destroying 2 cars at this event because there's not any points rewarded or probably a lot of money. So they are trying to repair that 54 as best they can after a pretty big fire, so they might be able to just get him out on track. They had to replace a lot of the foam in the sidewall on the passenger side, and they have been able to do that, but it's still not sure whether or not they're going to be able to get the car out on track in time for qualifying. And then beyond that, our first rivalry of the 2023 season might be occurring in front of our eyes. Chase Briscoe is kind of running over A.J. Allmendinger as well as a couple other guys during practice. And A.J. Allmendinger was like, he had enough of it, and he ended up punting Chase Briscoe into the wall. Now, punt might even be a bit of a strong word. Chase Briscoe made pretty light contact with the outside wall, but our first kind of retaliation so far of the 2023 NASCAR season has already occurred. Orlando Lion Fan Club, how are you doing? What's up? Jeffrey, what's up? You're going for the Angels? Rooting for the Angels, I should say. Ski Racer 73, you think Truex is going to get the pole here? Calvin, good to see you guys once again. Just kind of stepped away there for about 20 minutes. Decided to get some quick snacks, some grub, fuel up for qualifying here tonight. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Hey, share this with your friends. Get your friends to subscribe. I appreciate it. On the road to 3,200 subscribers, just 39 away. We've already gained 20 subscribers today. Oh, we just lost one. We lost one. You'll win some, you'll lose some. Dropped 1 subscriber there. Hey, we're up to 7 likes, though. That's one way we can help the stream right off the bat. Hit that like button. That helps the stream early on. How old were you when Earnhardt died? I wasn't even born. EJ too quick. I'm in the same boat. I was not even born I was not born the following year. I was not even born the following year after the following year. Ryan Houston, Ryan Blaney takes the pole. Yeah, honestly, Blaney was in the top 5 in practice, as well as Bowman. Those are 2 guys to look out for in qualifying. Excuse me. Felt that sneeze coming on there. Anyways, Fly High, rooting for MTJ. Yeah, he looked strong in practice. I don't know if you guys saw Kyle Busch during some promotional recordings that he was doing. he was sitting at kind of at a table with 3 other drivers, and he decided to elevate his chair a bit, and he was like, "I like to ride high," and I like to ride. It was like, "I like to ride high with 3 Chi," and it was just like, not the type of promotion they're going for necessarily, Kyle. Yeah, so it looks like we're probably going to be having the cars come up on track possibly next time by. You can see your qualifying order already set here. McLeod, then Ware, then Yaley, then Ty Dillon, LaJoy, Gregson. Those are your first 6 to go. Then beyond that, it's Gilland, Burton, Stenhouse, Priest, Allmendinger. I think it has to do with where that charter finished in points the previous year. So I believe that means Joey Logano will be the last car to go. There, and I was correct. So there you go. So the heavy hitter is going to be going at the end here. And actually, I don't think they can even fit all 36 cars in the infield. It looks like the first maybe 15 or so are out there. So all these guys are going to run their lap time, and then they're going to have to cycle out their groups, so that'll probably end up leading to commercial break there. So BJ McLeod, the first car on track. That LiveFast Motorsports machine, they switched from Ford to Chevrolets, trying to get some heat in the tires. He's got Celsius on board that machine this weekend. Celsius sponsoring 2 cars at the Colosseum this week. Here he is on his first lap. Oh, that thing got pretty sideways there off of turn 2. Whoa, got in there way too deep in 3 and 4. And that is probably going to kill both of his lap times here, because that's going to hurt his second lap as well. That's what I was kind of mentioning, though, is it's really going to, I think, come down to a lot of just not making mistakes. Because now it's dark out, and the track has cooled off quite a bit. When he got pretty sideways there off of turn 4, but the track has cooled off quite a bit since the end of practice. And you don't have time to kind of build up to, one fast lap like you did in practice. Now you just got 2 laps to go. Bang, bang. Can't make any mistakes through these turns. Got to just try and keep your momentum. And honestly, if you just put together a pretty average lap, you might end up with possibly a top 10, top 15 qualifying time, which would be pretty good. Cody Ware, the next car on track. So McLeod's at 15.3, which is really off the pace. And now here comes Ware. Very different tactic than McLeod. He went pretty slow on his lap, just trying to get as much heat in his tires as he possibly could. Also, I think this leaderboard's probably going to be a little bit ahead of me. Anyways, Ware is going to be easily able to jump up to the top of the board on his first lap with a 14.65, and then a big lockup into turn 1 on the second lap. But honestly, that might not always be the worst thing here. Through turns 3 and 4, and this lap is going to be a 14.32, so a big pickup there for Ware. But honestly, both of these laps, even though these cars, maybe aren't the fastest cars, okay, it's just been announced that Ty Gibbs will not be allowed to qualify because when they were making those repairs to that car, they made unapproved adjustments to it. So, yeah, he will not be qualifying. So he's going to have to start at the rear tomorrow. That's going to make it a big, he's going to have to pull off one to get into the big show tomorrow. But now he got J.J. Yaley in the 15. And here he is turning his first lap time. But also what I was mentioning is these laps are already a lot slower than what we saw in practice. For instance, the slowest time, even by, I believe it was by McLeod, was a 13, or no, it was like a 14, like 0.1, I want to say, or like a 14.2, and Cody Ware ran a 14.34. So, yeah, quite a bit of fall off here, or more so that they're just not able to build up to the speed. Yaley is going to go to the top spot with a 14.25, just ahead of his teammate. So now the next car on the racetrack is going to be Ty Dillon in his first start for his new team, Spire Motorsports, who's sponsored by the NASCAR Fan Rewards. Interested to see if the funding that he brings to this team will be able to kind of uplift Spire at all this season. Corey LaJoy, he's hoping to take that step forward this year, but honestly, it kind of seems like that's how it's been every year for Corey LaJoy. But maybe 2023 will be Spire Motorsports' year. Remember, Ty Dillon made a lot of noise in the Clash, or in the last chance qualifier last year. He was not afraid to bump some guys around. And his first lap's going to put him in third, a 14.5. The second lap is tracking a bit better. Like I said, you just got to kind of keep the momentum going. And this second lap will put him in third place still. So not the best lap for Ty Dillon, but something I've noticed almost on every car already. The right rear fender is already made a lot of contact with the wall in practice. You know, not necessarily heavy contact, but enough contact to, scrape off a lot of the paint. Man, Corey LaJoie, I think he might even be purposely locking up the tires on that 7 to try to put some heat in them. Interesting tactic there, literally purposely locking them up. He might, hopefully he doesn't accidentally, flat spot them. And now here comes Corey LaJoie. I think he definitely expects himself to probably qualify in the top 25. He showed decent speed in practice. And here he comes. His first lap at the line is going to point him right at the top of the board, 13.99. First person under 14 seconds. Looking for more this second lap. This second lap does look better. Oh, he gets pretty sideways off of turn 4, though. He's probably going to wish he had that last one a little back. He got in the throttle maybe a little bit too early. Runs a faster time at 13.92. We'll see where that stacks up, though, as we start to see some more competitive guys going. Our first rookie, and really our only rookie that's going to be qualifying tonight, Noah Gragson, is going to be on track next. Struggled in practice. I believe finished 29th. Definitely is going to be looking for more here in qualifying. Got the Sunseeker Resort number 42 for Legacy Motor Club. We'll see here, where does this first lap stack up. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And he's going to go right to the top of the board with a 13.90 on lap number 1. Lap 2 drives in deep into turns 3 and 4, gives it everything he's got, right up against the wall off corner exit. 13.82, okay. Starting to see more and more pickup here. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Make sure you drop a like if you haven't already. Drop a like and subscribe. So Todd Gillen, the next car on track, he showed a really good pace in practice. See if he can translate that over in qualifying. Ooh, got really swirly there under braking. Gonna hurt this lap here. And we'll see, where does lap number 2 put him. Lap 1 only is going to put him in 5th. 14.47. Yeah, he definitely is going to want more than that. He was a second faster than that in practice. The second lap has him tracking second place. And he is going to get to the line and go to second place. 13.92. Yeah, he probably wanted a little bit more than that one. Unless maybe Gregson put down a really good lap. But now, I'd imagine Gillen probably going to want that one back. But to give you perspective, he was a half a second quicker in practice. So we are seeing quite a bit of drop-off here. Harrison Burton really struggled in practice. But so did Gregson. And Gregson right now is at the top of the board. And right now, Harrison Burton tracking in second, right about. Oh, he's going to lock it up in 3 and 4, though. He's going to go to 4th place on the board. Now, right now, he's tracking at the top. Are we going to see a new pole time? Yes, we will. 13.71. A really solid lap there for Harrison Burton. That moves him up to the top spot. I think it's really just about hitting your marks and being able to push it far enough, but just not too far. I think it's just a lot of unknown because, in practice, they're really just able to get into a groove where, these guys still have not hardly ran any lap time or hardly ran on this track at all. So, now here comes Stenhouse in the Velveeta machine. Looking pretty cheesy. Right now he's tracking in second on lap number 1. He's going to drop back to third, though. Got a little squiggly there. Lost quite a bit of time under braking. Lap 1's going to put him down in 5th place. Lap 2, he's probably going to be looking for more. Right now he's tracking in second. Pretty solid here. And at the line, I think this lap 2 is going to put him in second place. Yes, it will. He's going to go 13:77. So a pretty solid lap time for Stenhouse. Thanks everybody watching right now. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We got 20 people watching right now. I appreciate it. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Ryan Preece on track with a big lockup here early on. Oh, man, he's going to want that back. I have Ryan Preece as kind of like my big underdog for this weekend. Maybe lap 2 will be better. But lap 1 is going to put him all the way down in 6th place, right about where the car he ran in last year is, the 15 for Rick Ware Racing. And once again, yeah, I think he just kind of butchered lap 1 a bit too much there, looking for a bit too much. And yeah, he's going to have to make up some ground in his heat race tomorrow, I'd imagine, with a 4th place overall out of the first 10 cars to go. Yeah, he is not going to be happy with that run, I would imagine. Okay, we got, I think, 2 more cars to go in this group. A.J. Allmendinger, he made some contact with Briscoe earlier. Here we go. Green flag in the air here for the 16 machine. His teammate ran well here last year. Allmendinger tracking in 3rd place. He's going to drop to 5th, actually, there, though, right before the line. Here comes lap number 2. He ran the fastest first lap of anybody so far, and right now he's tracking for pole. And it looks like we're going to see a brand new pole sitter right there, as he's going to go to the top of the board with 13.62. So that's getting pretty close to the times we were seeing in practice. 13.62. Our fastest time in practice was a 13.36, so still about 2.5 tenths off. And so now we got 1 more car coming out. Brad Kay, who struggled mightily in practice. Oh, man, he is just going to be looking for something more here in qualifying. He can only hope. Right now he's tracking 2nd place. Oh, now 3rd place. Now 4th. Oh, boy. Man, yeah, that thing just looks like it's a handful. He's going to go 8th overall on lap number 1, 14.14. He's got a lot of pace on corner entry, but this 2nd lap's tracking pretty good. He's in 3rd here. Off of turn 4. Oh, he's going to drop pretty far down. And he'll move up to 5th. It's in the corners where he loses a lot of the time. The straightaways, he's got pretty high top end, it looks like. But 5th out of 12, I think he'll happily take that. Yeah, that's, I think, that's actually his fastest lap so far. He had not even broken into like the 13-second bracket in practice. So 13.86, I think he'll gladly take that. Okay, next up is Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace, 2nd fastest in practice. He's looking really good here on lap number 1, but as I say that, he drops down the ticker. This first lap not going to be too good. Puts him all the way down in 9th, barely under 14 seconds. But this second one, looking pretty good. Tracking in 2nd place. Now he moves up to the top. Oh, lost a bit there off turn 4. He's going to go, I think, to 3rd. Yes, he will, in 3rd place at 13.74. Not ideal, but a pretty solid lap time for Bubba. That's a solid lap time for Bubba. Hammer Bloxy, man, it has been a moment. Long time no see. How are you doing? Oh, I think we maybe got some lag here on the camera. But now here's Michael McDowell on track. He had pretty good pace in practice, and his teammate Gillen, though, was not able to transition that pace on to the qualifying lap. He went 9th fastest so far. The second lap, he kind of got the wall there off of turn 2. Looks like he's going to be in, really missed it in turns 3 and 4. So Front Row Motorsports, those guys are not going to be very happy with those 2 lap times. Really kind of messed up their qualifying laps and probably could have picked up a couple more positions if things would have gone their right way. Watching the NBA in the offseason, and you got BMG. Nice. Who are you a fan of in the NBA? I would say I'm a mild follower of the NBA. Next up, Justin Haley, kind of the underdog story of last year's Clash. He was one of the top 4 drivers in qualifying last year, and right now, already on lap number 1, he is tracking for the top spot. If he would take that top spot, he would be taking it from his teammate, AJ Allmendinger. So both Colleague cars look good here, and he's going to go to 2nd place. So right now, it's a Colleague 1-2. Now the second lap, this is looking really good for Justin Haley. He is going to go to the top of the board and have a bit of time and change. Justin Haley, a 13.41 by 0.2 of a second to the top of the boards. Justin Haley, what a lap there. I don't think anybody else understands how he is able to do it right now, that's for sure. 13.41. Wow, I think that might be good for pole, or at least one of the top spots once again. He's probably going to be starting at the front of his heat race once again this year. Chris Buescher now up to qualify. He's looking for better luck than his owner. His first lap looking all right. Oh, man, an off-corner exit, man. Yeah, the RFK cars, they just struggle to get the power down. This first lap, he's going to go 12th overall. Okay, on lap number 2, we'll see what he's got. It's looking all right here. Probably tracking for a spot in the top 5, possibly ahead of the boss. Lost it there off corner exit big time. And he's going to stay 12th overall, so he's going to have a lot of work to do tomorrow. He's probably going to be rolling off 9th or so in his heat race. Thanks to everybody watching. We got 29 people watching. Appreciate it. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, man, we lost another one. Oh, my goodness. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Drop a like. We got 30 people watching. We only got 14 likes. Hit that like button. Let's get it up to 20. Hey, Alan C. Crow, how's Kyle Busch been doing? He's been doing solid. Pretty solid. Almirola, though, on his first lap, looking actually pretty solid. He was 15th in practice. Oh, it got slideways there off of turn 4, but it'll put him 7th overall on a 17. The second lap is tracking for 2nd place right now. Almirola with a sneaky good run at the moment. Did not make the main event last year, but this lap is going to put him 2nd on the leaderboard at 13.6 flat. That's a pretty good time there for Almirola. Eric Jones on track, another driver who struggled in practice. His teammate Gregson went 29th in practice, but here so far he's 7th out of 17. So a little bit of pickup, it looks like, for these Legacy Motor Club cars. He's tracking right at the top right now, up in 4th place on his very first lap. This is looking pretty good for Jones. Lap 1's going to put him right in front of his teammate Gregson in 7th. What does lap 2 have in store? And it looks like maybe a pickup of a spot or 2. And, actually lost it there on turn 4. So he's going to stay 7th overall. But I would say a pretty solid pickup for the Petty GMS cars overall. Well, that's your first 18 cars qualified, and now we are going to move on to the next group of 18. Brian Coleman, has Elliott or Byron run out yet? Nope. They will be in the next bracket of qualifiers. Can you show all the cars from? And I don't know what you're asking for. Kyle Busch was 5th earlier. Oh, can I show all the cars? I'm working. The NASCAR website just kind of seems to be messing up for some reason. That's where I get this telemetry from. And so I don't know. It's not. Like, yeah, it's just there's nothing here. This is where there usually be stuff, but it's just blank. So I got. Hopefully that's fixed for the race tomorrow. Yeah, that's kind of beyond my control. Yeah, right now it's Haley at the top of the boards with a 13.41. That is almost as fast as he went in practice. Nobody else has been able to match that pace that they had in practice. And he is 0.2 faster than Eric Almirola in 2nd place. Then Allmendinger in 3rd, so both Kaulig cars have quite a bit of pace right now. Then Burton 4th. Bubba Wallace rounds out your top 5. He's probably a little bit disappointed in that qualifying run. Stenhouse 6th. Both Motor Club cars, 7th and 8th. Then Keselowski 9th. Priest rounds out in the top 10. He definitely wished he had a bit more in that car. And then the Front Row Motorsports guys got to be disappointed in their runs, 11th and 12th. LaJoie 13th. Buescher 14th. Yaley rounds out your top 15 so far. Then Ware, Ty Dillon, BJ McLeod round out your field. Next up will be Truex, Blaney, Harvick, and Bowman. Those are the next 4 to qualify. So basically what they're doing right now, we're under commercial break, but they can fit about 18 cars into the infield easily. So they have their first 18 qualify, then they'll drive them all out of the infield, and then they'll bring in the next 18 cars. That'll be the final 18 drivers to qualify. Yeah, I honestly think Justin Haley's pole time might hold, but remember, your top 4 are all pole sitters for their individual heat. So basically, first place is on pole for heat number 1, second place is on pole for heat number 2, third place is on pole for heat number 3, and fourth place is on pole for heat number 4. And then it carries over. Fifth place starts second for heat number 1, sixth place starts second for heat number 2, etc., etc. So your top 5 from the heat races are locked into the main event. So basically, if you qualify with inside the top 20, then you're going to be wait, no, not top 20. Is it top 20? Yeah, if you qualify with inside the top 20, then theoretically you will be locked in to the, or you won't be locked in, but if you qualify inside the top 20, then you'll be starting in a position where you're already in one of the transfer spots. So basically, you want to qualify inside the top 20. If you qualify within the top 10, that's really good. Last year, just for reference, every pole sitter in their heat race led every single lap and won their heat race. So starting on pole for a heat race is basically a lock for making the main event. So yeah, basically you just don't want to totally butcher a lap and start at the back, so that way you're going to be forced to have to pass 4 or 5 cars to just make it into the race. Thanks everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I know it feels so weird without there being a Mars car, but honestly, I think it feels even weirder that there's just not an 18. When I was making that paint scheme slideshow that's a little bit below me, and there isn't an 18 car that I had to upload, it just felt so weird. It felt so foreign. Okay, they're showing the telemetry between Haley and Almirola, and it looks like one difference is right off the line, Haley had more speed just right off the line. So on that warm-up lap, that made a difference. Off a corner exit, Haley definitely had a better corner exit. Under braking, Almirola really makes up a lot of ground into 3 and 4, and then it's still, though, kind of off corner exit that Haley is able to build that gap up. And to give you perspective, 0.2 of a second may not sound like a lot, but physically on the racetrack, that's about a car length and a half. So, actually, that's a decent amount. That's a decent amount of distance. Well, here comes the next round of 18 that will get started off with Martin Truex Jr. I did not see that, man. I did not see that. Is that like in the background or something? Yeah, Truex. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought Logano was about to qualify, but no, he was just the last car to come into the infield. Yeah, Truex will be the first up, and he was the fastest in practice, so we'll see where he stacks up. But if you guys want to stay up to date with all things Freeman Motorsports, I mean, you should subscribe here first, but also check out the link in the description for the Instagram, where I post kind of updates on basically what we're doing on the channel, but also diecast other things. If I'm selling things, you can check out the things that I'm selling on the eBay link down below. We got some sheet metal actually on there and a couple of diecasts. I'll be uploading more stuff for sale on there tomorrow. And the 11, the 54, and the 9 hammer. That's a lot. Ski Racer 73, Logano is my favorite driver, but I have a good reason, LOL. He was just my first diecast car. I mean, that's good enough, man. Honestly, the reason Larson's my favorite driver is because when I was a little kid, I liked that the Target car, originally driven by Juan Pablo Montoya, I liked just the Target car looked cool. And then the first year I was kind of, old enough to really pay attention, really keep track of things. So it was Larson's rookie year, so that's kind of when I became a Larson fan. Yeah, Hammer ain't gonna be no one left. Thanks everybody watching though. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We got 30 people watching right now and only 18 likes. Let's get it up to 30 likes, guys. I appreciate it. Yes, I collect 160. I mean, I kind of collect everything. You can't really see here. But I mean, here. What's the die cast I have out on my table right now in front of me? Here. I don't really have any good ones in front of me at the moment. You know what? Here's a 124. We got the Kurt Busch Atlanta win. Last Ganassi win in the Cup Series. It's a pretty solid car. Picked this one up on Black Friday. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've seen those IMSA cars, or more so the big scale ones, like the 124 scale, like DPI cars, or I guess they're the GTP, right, or something like that. Man, those cars look so sweet, so sweet, so sweet. Thank you, Calvin. Yeah, we are going to be going live with this next round of qualifying. They are really trying to drag out this commercial break. I cannot deny that. Hey, we're back up to 3160. Thanks to whoever subscribed. And also, yeah, if you're not subscribed yet, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? Subscribe. Oh, boy. Oh my goodness, it's so funny, the promos that they have for the Clash, the little sticker that they'll throw up, during another TV broadcast that they'll mention briefly on the bottom of the screen, and how it has 2 Austin Dillon cars and one's backwards. It's come on. Whoever made that, do you just not know anything about NASCAR? You hope Jones wrecks Blaney. Wasn't that a rivalry last year during the Clash? Whoa, Hammer, chill out, man. Chill out. But yeah, thanks to everybody watching right now. And we are about to have some cars rolling once again. The second half of qualifying. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. Another commercial break? Oh, my. Okay, I said earlier during practice that, wow, they've done an amazing job of, not having a lot of commercial breaks. We literally have just had, 3 commercial breaks in a row and, maybe, 2 minutes of actual, television time in between. Oh, no, Ski Racer. Here, I'll show a different one. This is my probably one of my big steals of last year. this Austin Cindric Daytona 500 win autographed. Oh, this is a great car. I mean, you can't really see the autograph because the confetti, there you go. Now you can kind of see the autograph. But this car, $55 for the autograph version. If you know anything about diecast, that is a snipe. That is a steal. I know, I hate the commercials too, Calvin. Okay. Need that fuel. Need that fuel. It's funny. It's like the qualifying order is done on where the charters finished in ascending order last year. But honestly, even though like we still have all the playoff drivers to go, I honestly think Justin Haley is going to be the pole sitter. I mean, I think Truex has a shot. A couple others, but that lap time by Haley is going to be hard to match. Okay. But also, just to give you perspective on how much these drivers and teams have figured out this next-gen car after just 1 year. Last year, the pole time, I believe, was like a low 14.0s. And already, almost every lap time is below that. The top 14 are all below the 14-second mark. So these guys, and especially in the pole time at the moment, is 0.6 of a second faster. So these guys have found quite a bit more pace in these cars over the span of 1 year. True, Mark. Okay, Truex, on track. Here we go. We'll see what he can do. This new Bass Pro Scheme is nice. I can't deny that. Okay, the fastest car in practice is going to cross the line. To begin lap number 1, a big lockup, though. Big lockup already into turn 1. In this lap, first lap, is going to be a throwaway. He's going to have to try and recover here, but a huge lockup. And he is basically going to go all the way down in 17th right now. I think he'll be able to put together a good second lap here. Right now, he's trending in about 4th place. Oh, he's wishing he could have this one back. He's going to go in about 7th or 8th, and he lost it again there off of turn 4. He's going to go 9th overall, a 13.85, almost half a second slower than his fastest time in practice. He is not going to be happy about that one. And he's honestly probably going to put himself in position where he's going to have to really race his way in and fight his way in to the main event tomorrow. Here comes Blaney, though. Did not win a single points paying race last year, but had the 3rd most top 5s of any driver. We'll see what he can do here in qualifying. Was a top 5 fastest car in practice. And once again, a big lockup for the 12 into turn 1, and that just is going to drop him all the way down the leaderboard. He's going to have to bank it all on lap number 2 here. Huge lockup for Blaney. Oh my gosh. Now Blaney locked it up major into turns 3 and 4, and he's doing the Kyle Busch Bristol. He's going to drive it all the way back around the track and then loop it back around. And now he's going to basically give himself a second go here on the second lap. So now he's trying to just give himself a shot at having a good second lap here. Oh boy. Yeah, lap 1, 40 seconds for Ryan Blaney. Lap 2, though, trending good, all the way up in 4th place right now. Good thing on Ryan Blaney for not quitting. Oh, but he kind of lost it off of turn 4. I spoke too soon. He still goes 11th overall, but good thing for, not giving up on it. Instead of starting in, the last in his heat, he's probably going to be starting right about the transfer spot in, 5th or 6th. But 2 of the fastest guys in practice, not able to translate it over in qualifying. Smart play by Blaney, though, to save himself from having to pass a couple cars in his heat race. Here comes Kevin Harvick. Old man Harv on his first lap. He was pretty quick in practice. He finished, I believe, 11th place. Right now, this first lap trending good in second. I mean, Almirola looked pretty strong in qualifying. Well, the other Stewart Haas cars look good as well. His first lap puts him 5th overall. That's pretty good. Tracking right up there in second place, right about where his teammate is. He lost a bit of time off of turn 4 last time. This one, can he save it? He lost it there. A lot of drivers are losing it kind of right off to corner exit on that final turn. But 5th overall, still a really solid qualifying run there for Harvick. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe. We got 30 people watching. Only 19 likes. Let's hit that like button. Get up to 30 likes. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, Bowman out here. He missed the show last year. He was fast in practice, though. 4th overall. Oh, he got a little bit wobbly into turns 3 and 4. Kind of had the tail swag out on him off corner exit. Lap 1's got him 8th overall, though. Pretty solid. Lap 2, tracking in second place here. And, really kind of messed it up there on an entrance to turn 3, but it's still going to be good enough for 4th overall on the board. Good lap for Bowman. I think Bowman's going to gladly take that qualifying run compared to last year. Also, correction, Ty Gibbs is not going to be missing the Clash, I believe, or unless something comes out, but I believe he still will be competing in the main event. He's just going to be, or not the main event, but in his heat race, he just has to start at the back because he's unable to qualify. But here comes Kyle Busch, the Candyman turned weed man. Even though this is the Bet MGM car, not the 3Chi car. Lap 1. He's tracking in second place. This could be a really solid lap here for Kyle Busch. He wasn't too fast in practice, but it looks like they figured it out, and he's going to jump up to second on the board. Lap number 2. Is he going to be able to find some more? He still was a 10th and a half off of Haley's pace on his first lap. Lap number 2, not going to be any quicker. Yeah, Haley laid down one heck of a lap. He's still a 10th and a half faster than second place, even with Kyle Busch's improvement. Thanks, everybody, tuning in. Hey, we're up to 20 likes. I appreciate it. Now here comes Austin Cindric, not defending Rookie of the Year. He won it once. You can't really defend that. But anyways, here he comes. He missed the main event last year, looking for better results this year. You got to start that in qualifying. In practice, he was really off the pace, but so far, tracking at least better than he did in practice. Right about 10th place or so. Oh, lost it there off of turn 4. He's going to drop all the way down to 19th. Now, the first turns 1 and 2, he looks okay. It's really in 3 and 4, off corner exit where he lost a lot. Can he salvage a good lap here? Man, off turn 4 again. He's able to pick up a couple spots, but still 16th overall. Yeah, that is not good. He's going to be starting probably back in 8th place or so in his heat. Okay, next up is Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch's teammate. So far, a lot of these Chevrolets are looking strong. 4 out of your top 5 spots are Chevrolets at the moment. How's everybody doing, though? Who's your pick to win the Clash tomorrow night? Let me know in the chat. Austin Dillon, this first lap, it's not looking too good. Kind of messed it up there off of turn 2. He's going to be having to bank on a solid second lap. He's going to be all the way down in 20th on the leaderboard on lap number 1. Lap 2 tracking better, though. Tracking all the way up in second place. Can he steal one of these top spots? Yes, he will. Austin Dillon right up to 4th. Oh my goodness, I did not see that coming from Austin. And these RCR cars have found something here in qualifying. You know, practice is one thing, but track position to start off your heat race, that'll determine where you start in the main event. I mean, track position's everything, which kind of means qualifying is going to play a big role. And so these guys that have qualified well, hats off to them. Here comes Tyler Reddick, one of the dominant drivers last year in the Clash until he had that mechanical issue. With his new Team 23XI replacing Kurt Busch in the 45 machine. Lap 1's looking pretty solid. Oh, lost it there off. Does he have like an issue? I don't even know what just happened there. Anyways, I think he kind of threw away his first lap to have a better second lap. He's tracking right in second place right now. And, oh, lost it a bit there off of turn 4. Ooh, you wish you could have that one back. He was tracking in second, dropped all the way down to 11th. Still pretty solid. 11th overall, slots in behind Stenhouse ahead of Jones. Man, all these guys are ahead of Truex. Truex is probably going to be rolling off in about 6th place or so in his heat, which is going to be very disappointing considering the pace they showed in practice. Here comes Daniel Suarez, another guy that was strong in practice. Can he translate over to qualifying? Locks up pretty big there on his warm-up lap. His teammate Chastain showed a lot of pace. And right now he's tracking at the top of the board. Nobody has been able to compare to Haley, but it looks like he was tracking at the top of the board because he was carrying too much pace into turns 1 and 2. Now we're going to see what he can do on lap number 2. Right now he's tracking right about that top 5. Can he hold it out through turns 3 and 4? Looks like he will. Ah, no, man, a lot of these guys is just right off corner exit. Maybe they pushed a little bit too hard. They start to think they're already to the finish line. And Suarez drops from 2nd to 7th there before the line. But still pretty solid run there for Suarez. He'll definitely, I would definitely take that, yeah. Man, yeah, all you Truex guys, I'm sorry for you Truex fans. Here comes Chase Briscoe. He got into the wall in practice with a little help from AJ Allmendinger. He was another driver that had problems in the main event last year, but did show quite a bit of pace. Here he comes, Chase Briscoe for his qualifying time. Lap 1. Looking pretty good. And we'll see where lap 2 slots him in. Lap 1 puts him in 10th. Oh, maybe that was his second. Okay, I think he kind of messed that one up. Might wish he could have that one back, but that'll put him 10th overall. An all right run. Well, here comes Chase Elliott. And Chase Elliott, his first lap not trending too good, but he might just be throwing this one away to build a better second lap. And yeah, this first one's going to be well outside the top 20. But this second lap is tracking. It was tracking well. Then he kind of lost it off of turn 2. He's running right about the teens, and oh boy. Yeah, 3 and 4, I think he kind of smoked it. And he goes, Chase Elliott, man, goes all the way down in, oh wait, no, he goes, oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Chase Elliott is going to go all the way down in 24th. Yeah, that's when he's going to wish he could have back, that's for sure. Now here comes William Byron, who had a solid Clash performance last year in that brand new Raptor black and white scheme. That thing looks pretty sharp at night, I can't lie. Lap 1's going to have him in about 10th place or so coming to the line. He'll slot in 12th. Here comes lap number 2 for second place. That's where he's tracking at the moment. And he is going to drop a little bit, though, off a corner exit. Man, it looks like everybody right off of turn 4 falls off. That time, though, unlike the others, he was able to make it up. He's going to go up into third, and that will put him temporarily into one of the pole positions for the heat races. Yeah, in the poll, on the, not poll for the race, but in the poll in the chat, which manufacturer was going to be on pole, it was Chevy, Ford, or Toyota, and 60% of you guys are saying Chevy. And yeah, right now, Chevrolets are all over your screen. Hamlin, though, going to be trying to change that up. Only a couple more drivers to go here. This one at the line. It's going to be Hamlin. Oh, lost it right there through turns 3 and 4. Man, it is like some of these guys just are killing it. And he locks it up into turns 1 and 2. But he's still tracking in second place. This second lap might end up being pretty good for Hamlin here. Off of turn 4 once again, but still 6th place overall. Highest Toyota. There you go. I can't, because it's just going to go right to the next car. I have no idea. Here comes, I believe, the 20 car of Christopher Bell up next in the 20 Interstate Battery Scheme. Thanks to everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bell tracking solid on his first lap. Inside the top 5. Kind of jumping all over the place, though. It's 3 and 4, though. If you can have a good 3 and 4, lap 1 will put him 10th overall on the board. Lap number 2, tracking in about 3rd place. And, just loses it in turn 4, but he's going to make it back up the line. Christopher Bell up to 3rd place. That's a solid run for Bell. With only a couple of cars left, it looks like Haley, I think, is going to be guaranteed a pole spot. Yeah, here comes Kyle Larson. So only 3 more cars to go. Larson, Chastain, and then Logano. Larson really, really struggled in practice. Let's see what he's got here. Okay. First lap is tracking pretty good. It's down the back straightaway, though. He kind of dogged it. Oh, locked it up big time in turns 3 and 4. He smoked it. He smoked it. Lap 1's going to put him 16th. Lap 2 is tracking better, though. 2nd overall. If he can keep it in 3 and 4, he got away from him, but 10th overall. I'll take 10th overall. That'll have him starting guaranteed 3rd place in one of the heat races. So Larson guaranteed one of the 3rd place starting positions. But now Haley and Kyle Busch are both locked in for pole sitter spots. Here comes Ross, the boss, Chastain, the second to last driver to go. The Hail Melon himself. Oh, locked it up there on the first lap, but he's tracking okay still. Kind of a similar lap to Larson, man. You can hear these tires squealing as they enter these turns, man. Lap 1's going to put him 12th overall. Lap 2's tracking better. No, never mind. Down the back straightaway. Lost quite a bit of time there. So Chastain will be starting probably about 3rd or 4th place in his heat, depending on where Joey Logano puts it. So that means now Bell is also going to be on pole for his heat race, and Byron can be on pole for his heat race unless Joey Logano upsets him. The final qualifier here, Joey Logano. He did not show a lot of pace in practice. I believe he was like 21st. So we'll see what he can do here. Practice, though, so far hasn't been a great indicator of who's fast and who's not. And, okay, so yeah, lap 1 not looking great. Maybe he's throwing it away on purpose to set up a better lap 2. Lap 2, he's tracking near the top 5. Oh, he kind of loses it there into turn 3. Yeah, this second lap, not going to be much better. He is going to go 17th overall for Logano. 17th overall. So Justin Haley is going to be on pole for one of his heat races, and so will Kyle Busch, Bell, and Byron. We're going to go over all your starting lineups here in just a moment, but man, Haley, a lot of people thought of him as an underdog going into this weekend, and he has confirmed the beliefs of the people out there that thought he had a shot at winning this one. But yeah, all you Truex fans, he went from being first in practice to now he is going to have to start. I'll do the math here real quick. That he is going to be starting, so qualified 22nd. He's going to be starting 6th in his heat race. So he only is going to have to make up 1 spot. But oh my goodness, yeah, he's going to wish he could have that one back. So basically, your starting lineup for heat race number 1 is going to be Justin Haley on pole. Eric Almirola to his outside. Yeah, that's kind of a front row I never thought I would be saying. On row 2 is going to be Alex Bowman. And to Alex Bowman outside is going to be Harrison Burton. Yeah, another name I didn't really think. He had a pretty solid qualifying run, though. Struggled in practice. And so then your lowest or your last driver that's in a transfer spot in heat race number 1 starting 5th will be your defending winner, Joey Logano. Then starting to his outside will be Noah Gragson. So Noah Gragson will be definitely looking to make some noise to make his way in. Then Michael McDowell behind them. And McDowell's outside will be Chris Buescher. And rounding out that field in heat race number 1 is going to be Ty Dillon in the 77. In heat race number 2, it'll be Kyle Busch on pole. To his outside is teammate Austin Dillon. In row number 2 is going to be Kyle Larson. And to his outside will be Kevin Harvick. In row number 3 is going to be Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and to his outside is going to be Martin Truex Jr. So Truex is going to actually have a pretty stacked heat, I'm going to say. So that's going to be difficult for him to make up that position. Behind him is Austin Cindric, and his outside will be Chase Elliott. So yeah, Chase Elliott, another guy that had a really poor qualifying run. Chase Elliott and Truex are both going to be in positions to where it's going to be iffy. Honestly, Chase Elliott is probably, in my opinion, going to be in the position where he's probably just going to have to take the provisional spot given to him by being, there's one provisional to the highest finishing points, or no, the guy who finished highest in points last year. So Chase Elliott is probably going to end up taking that provisional, I would imagine, unless somebody else has an issue. But then, and the last guy in that heat will be B.J. McLeod. Also, I think it says Ryan Blaney's all the way down in 35th. I'm kind of confused by that. He should be higher than that, I think, unless they penalized him for that move. Anyways, moving on to heat number 3, Christopher Bell will be on pole. To his outside will be Denny Hamlin, so an all Toyota front row. And behind them will be Daniel Suarez and Chase Briscoe. And then Tyler Reddick will have the final transfer spot. To his outside will be Brad Keselowski, who's hoping for a better result than last year. Behind him, Todd Gilliland and J.J. Yaley and Ryan Blaney. Looking at the chat, though, right now. Yeah, Truex 22nd, Chase Elliott 30th. Yeah, those are some guys that are not happy with those results. Heat race number 4, though, will be Byron on pole, Allmendinger to his outside, Ross Chastain on row 2, and then Bubba Wallace in 4th. In 5th will be Eric Jones, and then in 6th, the first man out will be Ryan Preece. In 7th will be Corey LaJoie. 8th, Cody Ware, and Ty Gibbs will round out that final heat. Yeah, right now I'm just trying to think of so Ryan Blaney is going to be coming from the back, even though it seemed like he was able to save his spot. I guess he got penalized for that in some capacity. But what I will say is, yeah, I'm trying to think. So your championship 4 guys, which were Logano, Elliott, Chastain, and Bell. Bell and Chastain, or not even Chastain really, right? I'm trying to see. Chastain is a pretty good starting position, but still not safe. It's just Bell and Chastain that I would say are pretty much locked into those championship 4, but Logano and Elliott could both possibly miss out on racing their way in through the heat, and they'd probably have to go to their last chance qualifier or possibly use their provisional. But tune in tomorrow, guys, for the last chance qualifiers, heat races, main events, everything, you name it. The concerts, I really won't be able to show any of that, but obviously, yeah, that's qualifying. Thanks to everybody who tuned in today. NASCAR is back, baby. Appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe before you go. See you guys in the next one.